Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome to Live Inspired Christmas morning edition with John O'Leary. It is a delight to be with you on this morning. And in preparation for it, at least this video, I asked a whole bunch of my colleagues, people that I work with, people that I respect, people that I want to share their hearts with you, what kind of message they would encourage me to share on this Christmas morning. And it ranged from people saying, just tell them Merry Christmas, have a great day, and enjoy your friends and family, to the encouragement from many folks for me to share some of the memories from my past favorite Christmases or what today that I'm doing with my own family. But one of the pieces of advice I received from a person that I really do look up to and respect dearly, the advice was this: tell them whatever you want, just don't talk about anything with God in it. It's Christmas morning. You don't want to go there with a group of followers, because a couple 100,000 people online. You don't want to go there with your followers. And my friends, it's that bit of advice that I'm going to listen to, but not in the way I think that the person intended me to. Instead, I'm going to take it from the exact opposite spectrum. I'm going to talk briefly today about my faith and about why we celebrate this morning, why we think it's so important to us as a family. And it begins for me as a kid. We take on the virtues and the values and even the faith frequently of our parents. And I remember waking up every single Christmas morning as a kid, little guy, man. You'd wait at the top of the steps. Eventually, by the time 6 kids get out of bed and we shake our moms and dads awake, we'd get them up. Dad would tiptoe down the steps and to see if any presents came. And I believe on every single year I had growing up, presents did in fact come. We would run down the steps. We would sit in this family room. The fire would be burning. Mom would have a robe on. Dad would have a coffee in his hand. And we kids would sit around drooling at the opportunity to rip open these presents. Could not wait to see what we received. But every single Christmas, there was a pause. My mean dad would walk into the living room. He would grab the family Bible, and he would turn to scripture verses that reported the birth of Jesus. He would begin reading it, and then he would pass it to my mom. And then mom would take over, and she would read a little. And then she would pass it to my brother Jim, and Jim would read it. And then my sister Katie, and we just keep going sequentially through. My sister Amy would then pass it to me. 8 years old, 7 years old, 9 years old, even later on in life, 26 years old, when I was still at home for a season, I would read it, then pass it to my sister Susan, and then eventually she would pass it on to our youngest sister Laura. Every single year for my childhood and then adolescency, and then even after college and beyond, that's how we began Christmas. And even this year, 2017, that's how we began Christmas. My kids line up. They wait for dad to tiptoe down the steps to see if, presents may have come below the tree. They come down the stairs, and yet before they rip open those presents, we sit in this painful pause to be reminded as a family again why we celebrate what we're celebrating. And so, my friends, today on this Christmas morning, I don't know how you're spending your morning. I don't know how you followed through on your family traditions growing up. I don't know what you find important in your faith life, in your values, in your character, and what you're doing later on today, and what really makes you work, what turns you on and what turns you off. But for us, our faith guides us. It's the reason for hope and joy in our lives, and it's also the reason why we celebrate this season. So I wanted to share this short story with you today to encourage you to know that in spite of adversity we face in our families, financially for many of us, in health for almost all of us, in our countries, in our relationships with neighbors and colleagues and at work and beyond, in spite of all of that, this season reminds us that there is reason for hope, there is reason for perseverance, and there's reason for great joy. My friends, I love you. I appreciate you. I wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas, a wonderful day, a great start to your week, and a reminder loud and clear, hark the heralds. The best is yet to come. This is good news. It is worth opening up this Christmas morning. God bless you guys. Have a great day. For this time, and until next time, this is John O'Leary, Christmas Morning Edition, and this is your day. Live inspired.